B1.
Rubik.
He's my fifth. I don't know who my sixth is. Who's playing? What Heroes Junior
Axe.
Oh, Shaman.
Shadow
That's one we did
Shadow
not predict.
Shaman.
Okay, so I'll go with my 5 plus the Shaman.
PA.
We're 3 out of 4 so far.
Let's go. Come on. Come on, Axe. Come on, Axe.
There'll be some. Io will be banned by the other side.
Io's a guaranteed ban. It's going to be like
You said
Io
EHOME
Rubik,
ban.
right? Io Rubik.
Io Rubik was what? Who speculated? Rubik can definitely slip through. Oh man, the carbonation is a monster. Yeah.
The reason I've been letting you talk so much too, because it's affecting me as well. I'm feeling it.
We've been drinking too much tea. I wasn't ready for the carbonation.
Yeah.
Got to get your carb game on. There's the Centaur.
I couldn't sleep last night. You know. I had
Oh, they leave the Io in? Y'all are crazy.
I don't even know if these teams are all playing Io.
Kaka plays Io?
Oh, of course, yeah, Kaka. The probably best IO player in China.
All right. Well, congratulations to Keen Gaming on
EHOME have
being
to have a strat.
at least a tiebreaker.
I think IO's not insta-win material.
All right.
I'm actually not on the IO sauce.
You're
I know
not?
you are, but like you're like IO Gyro, best combo in Dota, insta-win.
I mean, I guess NA Dota's like different, but if you get IO in NA Dota, it's a pretty rough game for the non-IO team.
I mean, in a sense, he's been known for a long time, Mr. Y, as the crazy drafter. Honestly, I think a lot of those thoughts from back in the old Wings days came from Ice Ice. But I love this opening, actually, as an answer.
IO Gyro, come at us. We got Chrono ET. Like, easy peasy. The other time we did see IO Gyro lose, it was to a Grimstroke, which is not in the pool, but I like that they were happy to leave IO there when they could counterpick with a Grimstroke.
And this is the argument. You know what they're going to take, and you've built a strategy for it. So
every time I hear that argument,
yeah,
it's like it makes sense, and then the game happens, and then it's like
no,
we're never doing that
Gyro
again.
lose last time to the
Yeah.
Grimstroke.
I don't remember that game, but I'm pretty sure.
Grimstroke.
just blocking it out.
It was who was playing? It was like pretty evenly matched up teams, I want to say too.
Yeah.
They had Grimstroke with
Somebody.
I think they had Void as well. I think they had Void, Grimstroke. They had the Chronosphere. Check some games yesterday.
I think
What did we
EHOME
cover?
ban
I'll look.
Bane here, most likely. Take that partner away.
I think you definitely want to ban Bane. Axe is still in the pool. Like they're gonna get Bane or Axe. It looks like they could also get Sand King still in the pool. That would probably be pretty good. I guess it probably just depends on player preference.
Yeah, maybe you take Axe out. He's is that how bad is that matchup against Void? Maybe it's okay now because you get all these like Wraith bans and stuff.
I think Axe does. Axe is like a pretty hard counter to Void. You can get him before his Chrono and you spin for all this damage and Blade Mail. Just Void kills himself. By the time he can use his Time Walk, you just dunk him. It's one of those like insta-kill carries for Axe. And you're also dealing with like an IO Gyro that's a pretty typical setup hero for those two heroes. Ban the Lich. I like the Lich ban. I think Lich Void would be really strong. Like Grim Lich, or sorry, Grim Void in the lane, and then also you have like the ridiculous team fight coming out of the Faceless Void plus Lich. You just Chain Frost in the Chrono, and then also IO Gyro stand together. Chain Frost, of course.
It was
Basil.
TNC Mineski, game 3.
That's what it was.
Okay.
IO Gyro lost to a Void Lich Grimstroke.
Oh come on, that was a game 3 though.
And they gave him IO Gyro in a game 3.
The
And
IO
beat it.
Gyro wasn't. Oh, they've Night Stalker though.
So they take the
That
Bane.
was the Night Stalker game. Yeah, they had the IO Night Stalker.
And then they also it's weird to pick a TA with the IO Gyro. Oh my God, they got
Ooh.
Bane.
You guys ready? No, but look at what they got. They got Dazzle Elder Titan. No armor.
minus armor.
No armor.
So what's the pick now? Medusa. Some like
physical damage. Well,
like
do you want to go
AoE
all in on physical damage?
physical.
Because physical damage isn't normally burst, and you want to have some burst against this IO Gyro, and with a Void Chrono.
What about like a Kunkka? Oh, Kunkka's ban. That's definitely a good
They
ban.
probably want to save their mid for last, but I think like the Invokers is what stands out to me. The Void.
Is there enough setup though?
Chrono.
Fine.
Oh, Void offlane. Okay.
Huh.
So Void. I don't know if I love this, but
I mean, they could do.
eh.
They could. You can also run like a Terrorblade mid against particular mids or Faceless Void mid. Like
But
these.
you can't be planning that right now.
They could just be like, okay, we'll see. Worst case scenario, we put the Void in the off lane.
If you're King Gaming, surely you just pick your TB counter of choice here, your Zeus or your Tinker, if you want to play those.
I think Zeus would be really good here. I mean, they have Io Gyro already, which is some global presence. Zeus with the extra global presence. Bane to set up for the Zeus.
All of these heroes a little bit tough to play into the Chronosphere, though, if he just gets on top of it. I guess you're going to save
hard to
that
get
for
on the
Io
Zeus.
Gyro.
It's really hard to get on the Zeus in the back line. I think also just picking like a Sand King here. It's really good against
It's banned.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Where is it banned? Oh, right. That's the second to last ban. Okay. Or the last ban so far.
If there's a key hero you want that you're worried about being banned, you pick it here. So if you really want the Zeus, you pick your Zeus because you have the double pick.
Maybe you're fine with either Zeus or Tinker.
Yeah,
I was going to say,
if that's the case,
I
then
think
there might be like an offlane, like well, not Sand King.
Axe.
But EHOME could take the other one, too. You could take it away from him.
Dare I say it, a crazy
Oh,
pick
no,
that we
they're
never
blast.
see. Brewmaster.
Brew would be good against the illusions. You can throw up the Void, and so that way he can't get the Chrono
If you get
off.
your split, if you get your split off, you're just not afraid of a Chrono too.
Yep, exactly. Throw up the Elder Titan too in the fights, just so he can't get his spells off, even the Dazzle. I think also Underlord would be pretty good. It's like a typical counter to the Terrorblade. You just clear all the illusions, and even if he gets like a Scotty, it does percentage-based damage, so you still kill the illusions.
I think it's a good matchup, but it just feels too slow with the Io Gyro. Like it's like a hero that's going to just sit in the lane and farm while you have an Io Gyro who want people to be making plays and
Sure, I mean you can
creating some space.
if you get like a fast pick, like a Puck mid plus an Underlord, you just run behind the Underlord like 3-man
That's
together.
It forces you to pick a specific type of mid. I feel like if you go Underlord.
True, yeah, for sure. Just depends on how they wanna play the game. I think
if they get a Tinker with an Underlord, I think that draft does not work.
I think Brew and Axe probably do a very similar thing, except better.
Doom.
Or you can just pick Doom.
Doom against Void and TB, good Doom targets. But no real good stun initiation outside of, I mean, Bane, there's give some disable, but that's not like really initiation come mid to late game. Don't know. They picked Doom. They probably lost is my verdict. Teams keep losing.
I mean, it's Doom versus Terrorblade. This is the same thing that we saw before, like two terrible heroes.
But I think
the
this
TB
is
won.
better.
The TB was better.
And this TB right here feels a hell of a lot better. When you've got minus armor coming out from the ET and Dazzle, like that seems quite strong.
We saw a Doom win yesterday, but we actually liked that Doom pick at the time. I feel like it was very obvious why it could work and why it would be good.
Sure.
I don't feel like I see Doom here and think, oh yeah, you know, it's going to be amazing. There's too many Doom targets almost. It's like, okay, you Doom avoid, well, it doesn't completely ruin that team fight.
Yeah, the Terrorblade is definitely an issue. Like you have, I mean, I guess you have the Gyro to deal with the Terrorblade, but Zeus is banned. Do you really want to pick Tinker, Doom, Gyro?
I actually really
I'm about to say, if
the
you
Puck.
pick Tinker again, you have no stuns and stuff, so...
Puck is good. Puck,
I like the Puck.
Doom is similar to the Underlord, at least with how most people play him now.
Yeah.
Oh, they did pick the Puck.
Yeah.
Nice.
Gives you some good magic damage against TB, at least earlier on. Once he gets tankier, it gets harder, but that's when you go
And
into
where's
that
the
Dagon.
disable?
It's the same as the
No
Underlord though.
disable.
Like you have like the Doom running around frontlining, and then Puck is just that playmaker. You can like it's really nice to have like a stunning support plus that tanky frontliner guy that can also provide a little bit of utility, and then like a super mobile like gank based mid laner. Like they're really strong together, and then with the Gyro IO relocating in, like they're basically always going to be a really strong team fight.
I feel like the alliance is going to look good, and then when EHOME hit their BKB timings, Puck becomes kind of useless. Like
Maybe
you're not afraid of the Dream Coil, the silence.
Maybe you can get the Ags before. Terrorblade does go for like late BKB.
I don't even know if the Ags count. It's more they won't die because they can just BKB and stand there and fight. You're not going to be breaking the coil.
That's true.
The scary thing for a hero like TB or Void is if they get, you know, Blink, Silence, Dream Cold stuck in place and they don't have a BKB, they're just going to die.
They do have the grip in the Doom though. Like, you can't get
they have BKB counters,
I actually think that I would have rather seen a DK now that I'm thinking about it. They need somebody that can like stand in front of this Terrorblade.
That's Doom. That's Doom, I think. Though.
I think the DK gives you damage problems.
Like new Doom does. With how a lot of people are playing Doom, I'm not a huge fan of it. I do prefer the Shadow Blade, but I think in this particular game, the fact that they constantly have the IO Gyro to relocate in, and the fact that they have the Puck to play make, like I think Doom being played as like that tanky frontliner is really, really good. It's not so important to get the Doom off in this game because they have other ways to disable the Faceless Void in the Terrorblade. They have the Puck Silence, the Puck Coil, and then the Fiend's Grip and Nightmare as well.
My worry is that you're going to need something like an AC on this Doom, and I don't even know if that's going to be enough armor to deal with Elder Titan Aura and then Dazzle on top of it. Like, I think you need that built-in armor that the DK provides.
Crimson Guard is pretty good of that is something. It's physical damage mitigation.
Yeah, I think DK can survive and look good against these heroes by staying alive, but end of the day, you have to kill a TB.
Right.
He's going to do damage over time, even if you're tanky, if you can't kill him. And the DK Gyro Doom does not sound like they've got any. Someone gets doomed, they're just going to walk away and live.
Yeah.
Puck gives you more damage output.
I think it just speaks to the thing that I don't like about this draft. I think these heroes are just going to get torn up. Like, the tankiest hero that you have on the team right now is the Doom, so you're going to have to, like, live through out-regenning, and we've just seen minus armor be so effective that tearing people apart.
Oh, particularly a hero like Doom can be pretty low armor.
We have not seen the Dazzle Elder Titan. Like, this could be a beastly combo. It's hard to say without actually seeing in game, but remember how armor scales now. Like, you reduce it to 0, and just a little bit of minus armor, you're gonna, increase the damage by like 100%.
We can make Rubik last pick.
Or Core Dazzle, depends.
Yeah, it could be the Core Dazzle also to stay alive. No, it's Innocence. Yeah, he loved that hero even when it was not popular. Okay. Well, EHOME take a Core Rubik in the end. It's a Faith Beyond, Faceless Void, and on the other side, Keen Gaming looking to get 11 back on his Doom to maybe carry them to victory along with an old chicken. What do you guys think?
I like Keen's draft. They have IO Gyro.
I like EHOME's draft.
I can't. I'm EHOME for this one.
I just think, like, no matter what, just
you're
the fact
biased for this IO Gyro.
Sure,
I'm not biased against it a little bit.
It's just that, like, I guess maybe because NA sucks strategically, but like you can just position yourself on the map like in such a. It's so simple. You can just play as 3 and then as 2, and then you're both farming a lot and 5-manning. Like, you don't have to do that balance, that delicate balance between staying together so you're not just getting picked off and team wiped, but then you also get to farm. Like, that is super powerful to me.
Okay. I'm excited to see it.
Especially
I can't wait.
With the setup.
You're not going to see what he just described.
Okay.
So don't get excited.
Yeah, because the game's
excited to see
because the game's going to be over before the laning stage ends.
It's a possibility.
We're not going to see anything in this game.
Maybe we just won't load into it. Oh.
All right. Loser makes the other person T Jenkins.
I'll make you T anyway. I like you.
I know you will. It's like the most gentle bet ever. We're going to do something. Loser has to do something they would have happily done anyways.
All right, let's hop into this game as we are ready. Keen Gaming facing off against EHOME. Very important best of 3, and a challenge has been laid down. Can you beat the IO Gyro? We'll see if Keen Gaming are going to be able to dominate.
I don't want to turn the kettle on. It's a lot of effort.
It's already got water in it, I think,
it
too.
Does.
Just literally just push a button.
I boiled it, too. It's already, like, it's going to be very hot.
Yeah. Take, like, 30 seconds to boil, probably, instead of the 5 minutes.
If we smell smoke, we know we need to move, apparently. The kettle left on.
It's just water.
You know, I actually, unironically, almost lit the Moondog house on fire, like, a week ago. I left burgers on the barbecue. The deck was on fire. Mott had to save the day. He actually was just, he's my hero. I know this is totally unrelated, but we're talking about fire. It's a real threat. It's a real threat when I'm around.
I mean, California fires. Look out. Are we going to start the next apocalypse? Find out more.
We're going to end it.
It's
Humans
ominous.
are the apocalypse.
Jesus. That sounds scary. Kaka Wisp. Classic.
Void in the top lane.
Yeah, he's Faith Beyond. Playing the offlane Void.
Void.
The battle
begins. Surprised this is the first time we've actually seen this so far.
That's why he takes it, because he's going to be a Faceless Void man getting bounty runes.
3 bounties because of that. One of the nice little things that you can do with Void, that Q ability.
Dark.
I like the scouting. That's really nice scouting, just like seeing what support's going to be up there with him.
Yeah.
Because it could be either the Rubik or the Dazzle. Just gives you an idea of, like... actually, no, sorry, it's mid-Rubik. It could be the Dazzle or the Elder Titan. It's 2 melee heroes in the ball lane versus the IO Gyro.
Yeah.
Strong melee heroes, though.
Gonna just give him some punches, most likely. He will take a rocket to the face, and then... Well, just heal back up afterwards. So the other little change that you got from ET since the last patch, you can see all those numbers down there. You get armor now increased, as well as getting all of the regen, I think is what it is. No, it's armor, movement speed, and damage.
No regen on this one. Lycans gives regen now.
But at 25, he also has a talent that it gives you spell immunity.
Jesus.
Yeah. It's really fun in overthrow.
The nice thing about this being IO gyro down here is when Terrorblade doesn't have the metamorphosis, if you throw a rocket, there's absolutely no way that they kill it. With 2 ranged heroes, gyro's actually pretty weak because you just hit the rocket 3 times. Easy 50 gold, but not in this scenario.
It was happening in that IO gyro game we saw it lose. It was these like ranged heroes that just destroyed it. It was Grimstroke, Lich, Tri-Lane.
Yeah, they tri-lane. They tri-lane.
Yeah, and every time he threw a rocket, these 2 600 range heroes would just get the free 50 gold.
I think IO gyro probably doesn't favor tri-lanes either. I think they're like a really strong dual lane against dual lane, but in a tri-lane maybe not so much. Just kill too quickly. The Wisp can't. The Wisp can't give any regen. We saw the Wisp dying a lot in that game.
The issue with the TB lane though is getting those early last hits. Gyro so far struggling in lane against the early Metamorph. See how that lane pans out with the Metamorph on cooldown. Gyro double slippers. Is this the starting items? We're seeing all kinds of starting items these days.
I think so. A lot of the time you'll even see a gyro. You can't do it anymore, I don't think, but or maybe you could. But the gyro goes for like just a Wraith Band, and then gives tangos to the Wisp because you get double regen.
He must have scouted the invis because that seems like a.
Oh my
God!
God.
He did not. He's bringing out.
Oh,
he might get the. He's gonna get the items, but.
Oh.
You did what with my courier? That's that pause.
Whose bracer was that? There's a bracer recipe on that courier.
Gyros maybe because he's gonna go drums.
Doesn't build no drums anymore.
Oh, of course.
Doom.
Dooms.
Oh,
okay.
So he did get a salve, but if he's not careful, he might get his salve canceled. Oh yeah, that's what he was looking for right there. Pops the salve.
There's your Wraith Band on Puck. Lyrical.
Hey.
You're loving this.
It's the build.
How many predictions can you get right in one qualifier?
Not enough.
We saw this last time. The null into
We
the
did?
Wraith Band. Yeah. Guess Puck. You know, someone out there has done the math and shared it with these Chinese pro Puck players. That this is the most efficient right-click damage build.
Stomp comes out there.
With meta, he cannot afford to die here.
Into trouble. He's gonna get away. No. They will find that kill, and now trying to see if they get something in return, but Kaka providing a lot of regen for his carry.
Oh, such a big kill when he's in meta form.
Yeah, that's
lane winning.
Yep. It's a bigger deal than the kill. He's going mid.
Okay. And apparently they might send the Rubik down bottom, or
he tried to refill the bottle.
Oh, he missed it.
He's going.
I guess he was going to go jungle because he can't lane without the meta when they just give up a kill, and unfortunately he doesn't get the bottle refill. But that TP would have been spotted too, so. We'll see what happens here. ET can kind of leech down bottom, but even that doesn't sound ideal.
Stacking up the small camp for his Terrorblade.
You can pull it. You can use that to pull back to you and just chill under the tower.
Mid lane they're going on Puck. Really? He orbed out to safety.
Good ass. Kaka gonna keep the pressure on there. Heal back up his Puck, and that should get him back to mid lane. Pretty fine and dandy.
Yeah, well, bottom's just a free farm lane for Gyro now. It's been vacated. He's going to get all the last hits, all the denies. ET can kind of leech a bit, but he's in for a rough time. TB might come back to lane when meta's up, I guess.
Terrorblade's fine with this, though. New jungle, it's super protected, gives more gold. He was always very good at jungle, even in the patch where like nobody jungled.
And in spite of this, it's still CS pretty heavily into the favor of the Radiant, so all of their lanes going quite well.
It's jungle CS on the TV, but
yeah,
this hero does farm the jungle really quickly. It's actually kind of stupid with the Wraith Bands, how you can just be level 7 when your mid laner is, 8, just from jungling.
Well, they are moving in towards this ET. He gets the shrine off, and that signals end of the gank. But that also means the shrine is dead for his other allies.
I think it's okay.
I mean, he's getting
some stuff down
levels.
Here. He's almost level 3. Gyro's level 4. Getting some last hits. Now the creep wave's right in front of his tower. If he can prevent the siege creep from being effective, he's doing a really good job here. That is a cool looking courier.
That thing is insane. What
on earth?
And this is kind of what teams used to do, where the carries who could jungle would like get their, maybe not this early, but would get their just early items, maybe like the old like Mask of Madness, and then just hit up the jungle, and then give the support the lane. They're doing it a lot earlier because the TPs had a rough time, but it's still a very efficient way to play Dota, even if TP is going to farm slightly slower in the jungle.
Yeah.
Someone's getting the XP, couple last hits here or there for the ET. It's going to add up.
You love to have
He
an
would
ET
farm.
with farm. Like, this hero with a decent amount of net worth on him is having a hell of a time.
Yeah.
Fortunately, can't get those last hits under tower, but either way, he's getting some XP.
Dark. Poison touch on top of
the
him.
heal.
Almost hits there, and it looks like it is going to be a finish from Faith Beyond. At times considered the best offlaner in the world.
I thank you.
In the meantime, oh, they get a solo kill here, stealing the orb. All right.
Damn. Rubik. Solo kill.
You forget how much damage it ends up. Oh, he didn't even have Arcane Mastery, actually.
Yeah, well, it's just the fact that this hero has a double nuke. He has a stun and then a double nuke. If you can get early levels on Rubik, he actually does some serious damage. A double nuke doesn't matter that much later in the game, but 800 damage right now is quite a lot.
They missed the Shadow Wave, but we'll still start to bring down 11 a little bit closer, and trade over the Nightmare. Looks like they'll be okay afterwards.
Brought the Bracer from the base too on the Bane, so the Doom's going to be quite a bit tankier up here. Unfortunately, it is all physical damage coming out of these two heroes, so magic resistance doesn't do much.
Just keep nightmaring him. 11 continuing to be brought fairly low HP here as they rotate in the Rubik. Can make something happen with this illusory orb.
Oh, he's got the orb, yeah. He's gonna have 3 nukes if he can steal like Brain Sap or something like that.
Now they spot out the Rubik and they need to get the hell out of here.
Doom, you're kind of trapped though is the problem.
Yep. Orb goes out, connects, able to get the lift in a second if they get vision. Faith Beyond.
Should be able to chase him down here.
Needs a bash.
Gotta get
though,
a
and
bash.
they get it. All right, that's going to be the catch and the kill. Well done.
Holds onto the orb.
Oh, and they found another. He's caught in the trees here. He's not to go. Yo, Innocence. Locking him off.
I like how active Rubik is being. He's kind of playing like how Puck should be playing in this game. Like, where's Puck at? What's is he? Is he just
sat mid
chilling mid?
Tried to do some damage. The problem is the TP's jungle.
I don't
so
know
he can
about
just
that,
swoop
man.
in, yeah.
I mean, you could just couldn't you just like TP to that tower that's
Well,
getting
he used
dove?
Stream Coil and didn't get the kill, so he might have. It might have been on cooldown during that dive.
70-second cooldown, isn't it?
Well, it was like as soon as he killed the Puck, he left, right? Or is that a little bit later?
I think it was a little later.
Okay.
I'm not sure why he didn't. Maybe like low mana. Because he's full mana HP, full bottle, so maybe he went back to base or something.
Faith Young could be in some trouble here. 11 has Doom. The silence comes out, and yes, that is a kill.
He's so dead.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, it's Puck getting active.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And they get the bot tower as well. So I think King Gaming doing the right things with the IO gyro, and now that Puck's starting to get involved, we're seeing they're kind of more on the same page with how the Puck needs to play. Because you've got this Doom who is not going to be able to make those plays.
Oh yeah,
as
for
easily.
sure. I mean, that's why you picked the Puck in this draft. You want it to be the playmaker.
Yeah.
Dire's top
See that?
tower
You just
is
had
under
plus
attack.
8 armor just from bringing back in the Spirit. Only level 1.
Level 1.
That's nuts. Yeah, they do take the tier 1. Now going to push towards the tier 2. King
Radiant's
Gaming.
middle tower
Mid lane
is under
also going to be
attack.
pressured in a little bit by this Puck, but
They need to get some wards down here if you're the IO gyro. Otherwise, this is very, very dangerous to solve
my
this
God.
area.
Doom in some
Oh,
trouble.
he's so tanky. This is a nice Puck rotation. I like that he's rotating here, even if they get the tower.
Dire's
This is
top
the
tower
silence though,
is
and now they're
Weird.
kind of stuck.
Yeah, it could go very poorly for them.
Although
If
they
they
get to
relocate, yeah.
relocate in. Can they make anything happen with this? TB
It's
away.
a mid Rubik.
And he is going
Can
to
he
be
TP
able to
out?
go for the orb out. No, he doesn't quite make it happen, but still,
Oh,
with the
what a
big
sleep.
stomp.
Oh,
ET.
he sacrificed himself.
Rubik's turning. Rubik wants to fight this.
Oh my God, Rubik. Onan already
juking.
takes the illusory orb, able to find another.
Oh my God, what a sick play from, I mean, not just even the Dazzle Grave save. They're not done yet though.
Well, seeing if they could do it, but the punches
Fuck,
coming
he's in
through
loop.
just beat his ass.
The raindrops, he blocked so much. That was 2 orbs in a row from the Puck that got hit on the raindrop and didn't do much damage.
They relocate in for that fight, and Rubik just completely outplayed him.
Terrible, just got a double kill too on the bot lane. Like, he TP'd out of that fight
What?
and got a double kill. I think he killed the IO and gyro.
Did he kill both?
Oh, on the way back, maybe.
Yes, he killed both of them on the way back.
Oh
He
my
was just in meta
And that
form.
means it's solo kill experience too.
I think he was with +1. I think with the
Okay.
Void Chronoed.
All right,
Yeah,
that makes
Void
sense.
Chrono's down, yeah.
All
But
right.
still, it's like you're wiping them top, and then the IO gyro like, God, glad we're not at that fight. And then there's just a big demon, and you're in this big bubble dying.
That was so clutch. Dazzle like runs in from the trees, ready to throw away his life just so we can get this grave off on the Rubik. That allows Rubik to like heal up and turn this around. Man, it's so nice playing Rubik when you have a nuke to go with your Fade Bolt and you can insta-clear creeps too.
Oh yeah, AoE nuke. It's nice.
Fade Bolt plus an Illusionary Orb, lead a Dragon Slaves, whatever it is. It just makes it so easy to push out a lane and go gank.
The Orb is just excellent too because you can actually use it for the mobility as well. Like this hero loves to just get into fights. And cast his spells.
Has the 60 damage talent now as well.
Phase boots.
Phase first. Phase boots. Don't see this on many ranged heroes.
The armor is pretty good against like the gyro flax, the right clicks. This hero, one of the big issues with this hero playing in mid is similar to like the Lina. It's just extremely squishy, and you can't really like make up for it in mobility or anything like that unless you steal a really good spell. So I do like building into like tank items with him. You know, null talismans, and phase boots. It makes a lot of sense. Just keep yourself alive.
Relocate in, and looks like he's just going to drop his ultimate, and maybe they're going to be able to turn this again onto Old Chicken. Can they kill off Kaka? The grip is there. It looks like Old 11 able to help and clean up as the Grave, well, Faceless Void eventually going to be taken down.
Good Nightmare. Without that Nightmare, may have been able to time walk out of there.
See, that's the big problem with playing against the IO gyros. Like, you just forget that it's not just a puck mid. Every single place on the map, there's an IO gyro there in spirit, and they'll be there if there's a good fight. Just pick heroes that set up good fights. They'll be able to make it.
Speaking of setting up good fights, the stomp, it comes through and hits on a 4. Are you kidding me? Taking out Old Chicken first, then the Bane, now looking for 11. Oh my God, this ET though.
This guy's playing out of his mind. That's like the third 5-man stomp that I've seen. That was like effectively a 5-man stomp because I think the gyro was on the other side of it towards the enemy team. So it's like, would you rather be in the stomp or dodge the stomp into the enemy team and just instantly get obliterated? I think you'd probably rather be in the stomp. Yeah. So effectively, that was another 5-man ET stomp.
That was just so impressive.
I think he hit 2 targets with the double stomp too. Like there's the physical damage component and then there's the magical damage component. One from his hero, one from the what's it called? The illusion or the spirit. So I think he got like he actually did a lot of damage in that fight.
Well, 13 minutes in, a 4,000 gold lead. Still, IO Gyro will be coming online once you get to that level 15 point, but it is starting to feel like EHOME kind of building a little bit of momentum here, and possibly going to try and clear out the rest of these tier 1 towers and take map control.
Is the ET aura 800 right now, or did they like? Okay, so it still is 800.
Well, it's radius
or
350 around him.
Okay.
So that was one of the ones that remained the same.
That was
would be insane. If
as soon as you said 800, I was like, what?
Yeah.
It's 800?
I don't know. It's a Dota's a feeling game, man. You know, I don't know the numbers.
It feels so strong.
The only thing I know
could be 800 range for all you know.
Because what are they? 800 what inches? what is it? 800 units? Well, units of what?
800
units
Dotas.
of 800 Dotas.
Oh man, imagine if that was 1200. 1200 is so much farther than like it sounds.
It has to be small because there's there was the 2 components with the spirit and the hero.
Yep.
With the separate magic resistance and the armor resistance. But
there'd be no skill cap to that hero if it was 1200.
Yeah, you could literally just AFK in a team fight. Just applying that aura can win you fights.
And now, as you're playing as this hero, you can actually survive a little longer because you get armor from Astral Spirit.
Radiant are scanning.
Oh, they know. Yeah. Dark, he's moving forward first.
He's about to be.
Oh, they get the room though.
No, he's stomped.
See you later.
Are you going for this? They don't want
Get owned.
Oh my God, they baited the room twice.
All right, well.
I think Joy was hoping the gyro was with the IO, but good thing he wasn't. And they instantly go top. They're going to catch 2.
All right, the stomp to follow it up. Don't hit him until everybody's nearby. All 11
reported.
Oh, he didn't join in.
Oh, a little bit late on the mark there.
Has a Yule Scepter. Yules him. Where's the vision?
Oh, good. He gets out.
Okay.
A little bit of a flub there.
That's it.
Surprised they didn't chase him.
I would 100% throw a tip on Rubik right now. That's your only chance back into this game is just tilt the Rubik. Nice orb, buddy.
You get the jaunt with the orb.
Yeah, sure.
He could have just drawn it in and used telekinesis.
I mean, or you can walk up to him and surround him and kill him because it's like a 5-second stomp.
I imagine he'd already thrown the orb, perhaps, but like as the storm was going out. But he must have just thought he probably pushed the jaunt like a little bit too late.
Yeah.
Because if he jaunts in, telekinesis, easy kill.
Yeah, it was a long orb. So.
Yeah.
We've got a medallion on Dazzle now. This minus armor stacking.
Yeah, EHOME's looking in a pretty solid position. As long as they keep 5-manning, don't get picked apart by the relocate ganks.
Old
Definitely
11's
favoring them right now.
Crimson Guard is going to start to feel pretty good for Keen Gaming.
Yeah, it's going to help a lot against TP. Problem is there's still a ton of magic damage. The Void Chronosphere with the ET ultimate and just Rubik with his spells in general does crazy damage.
This would be nice, though. A silence to start it all off. They found one, but is it going to be enough?
For sure, right?
He's looking for it. The Stomp coming out. It lands there as well. He is going to be doomed on this Faceless Void, so the Grave to follow it up. Is it going to be enough? The lift. Looks like they kill off the Rubik. Big plays here, and they kill off the Void as well.
That was interesting from the Rubik. It looked like he was just going to ditch because he knew the relocate was coming in, which is good. But then he kind of like recommitted and just goes to steal the puck phase shift and then just dies anyway.
Dazzle's going to be a third. They're getting picked apart. That's exactly the one thing they need to avoid doing. And farm these BKBs, and I feel like EHOME can be fine because then it's only the Doom initiation you're afraid of.
Yeah,
right?
the grip. But the grip
isn't scary because you have Rubik. So
and ET Stomp like we saw in the last one can sometimes be an answer too.
And the issue is the puck is often the one leading. So if he goes in with like a Dream Call and you BKB, Doom's not going to really want to Doom a BKB hero just because you're not going to kill them.
Yeah.
He
has no way to get on top of people with the Doom too.
With his item build, I'm not to say I don't think it's a wrong build. I think you need to get this Crimson Guard, but not having a Shadow Blade against these soon-to-be BKB cores is going to make his life quite difficult.
Yep.
How close are we getting to this 15 talent? He's almost level 10.
He's going to get the experience. 12. Interesting that he's
a
different level from the Gyro. Usually you see the Wisp and the Gyro really close levels.
Are they going to try and bait this?
The Wisp is even higher usually levels because he has the experience talent.
They smoked under a ward. They also scanned the direction they were going. They're ready for this.
He's not standing on the high ground though, so they will reveal it, and he just gets
He's
chronoed.
on the shrine though, and there's a Bane to save.
Yeah, they need to back out, realizing they're in trouble. But there's going to be the Dream Coil down. Do they have Metamorphosis? They do. They also have a Manta Style if they want to turn and try and fight this into everybody. Bad Juju going to start to work as well as the Stomp. They steal away that combo as well, and looks like already one dead. Doom is out of here. Puck also needs to run away. This couldn't have looked any better for Keen Gaming, and now they're just going to end up losing too.
No way to stop Sunder.
That Rubik right click with the Dazzle minus armor and the Elder Titan. It's like the guy actually just hit for 300. The Bane had like a third of his HP left, and one right click finished him off.
I mean, that was a kind of a wasted chrono, but I think we're just seeing they can't really teamfight without the Doom, as well as just some good initiation themselves. You know, you run into this TB who's just going to stand there and Metamorph kill everyone.
But yeah, where's the damage come from for Keen?
Yep.
It's like just the Gyro, and with the Terrablade's items, there just wasn't enough to kill him.
Well, and Jenkins, you mentioned earlier that this was the support that everybody was talking about, the ET being an answer. It's like a team fighter, it's a damage amplifier, it's a counter initiator. It feels like it does a little bit of everything.
Yeah, this hero's like a lot of 4 roles really like this hero right now. It's basically Rubik, Elder Titan, Dazzle, plus IO if it goes through. Maybe like 1 or 2 other heroes, but ET is definitely one of those heroes that everybody thought was like underrated. And I know NA is picking it a lot. We've got a lot of ET players who have experimented a lot with this new hero. It's a little different, so you got to play it a bit, but yeah, it's looking really, really good in this game.
Faith Beyond Ags.
Yeah, he's not going for damage because he has the Terrorblade to do damage. As we saw in the last fight, Terrorblade does more than enough damage. And Keen Gaming are actually the ones that have damage problems. They need Gyro to get some items.
They have caught the Elder Titan. Well, looks like his team will leave him for dead. Now Stomp interrupted, and yeah, he's just going to try and run out of air. Get some extra armor, but not enough.
EHOME are doing a really good job at letting pickoffs be pickoffs. You can get caught into the trap of like thinking that you're baiting, but there are no baits against IO Gyro. You lose a hero, and it's going to be a 4v5. You know that 5 are coming in because IO Gyro will always relocate if something looks good. They're like, this is an opportunistic combo, except they could just take any opportunity on the map, which is why it's so strong. That's why Spectre was so strong when she was considered to be broken. You can just show up to the best opportunity possible without putting in any effort at all. So it's really good that they're playing around, like understanding that
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
they can't commit to a fight if somebody gets picked off. They're just gonna lose.
ET shows in the top lane. There is a Dazzle behind him. So if Puck decides to go for this, might not be able to get that kill. Of course, as you mentioned, there is relocate, but I don't know if you want to relocate just to kill an ET again.
This is presumably why they left the Wisp in. They just feel very, very confident playing against it.
Yeah, I think particularly, I mean, they first to the Void, the ET as well, of course, but the Void alone, as long as I think he prioritizes getting Chrono and IO plus Gyro, or even just IO alone, you win the fight. The only way that doesn't happen is if you get Doomed. So as long as they can kind of keep tabs of the Doom and make sure Void gets the Chrono and IO Gyro, they should win the fight.
The only reason not to do this is because a lot of the time it's just really hard to execute these maybe not the fights, because like you said, you should Chrono the IO, but it's more like how to play on the map against these heroes. It's hard to execute, but if you can handle it and you're, you know, high skilled as a team in terms of playing against this combo, then yeah, you can definitely bait it like this.
They're not getting picked apart by like Bane ganks and Puck ganks. A lot of teams here with this would just, you know, Bane would go find a Nightmare somewhere and set up a relocate in.
Right. We'd see a lot more of these like random pickoffs. It's happened like a couple times where they forgot about the relocate.
It sort of reminds me of like what we were talking about with Slark, but to the higher degree, where like if you just kind of 5-man and stick together and then push out lanes safely.
They scan Roche, but they think they're Roshing. They're going to scout it with an illusion, realize they're not. And
now they call out that this is the area they're playing in.
Yeah, they seem to know.
We'll see if they can bait Old 11. He has that ice armor. And does not look too perturbed by everybody being here. Look at Faith Beyond waiting for his moment to spot somebody. They're going to be able to find the silence onto him as well. Does he end up finding the Chronosphere, looking for his opening? Hits it on a 2. Puck caught, in trouble, going to be pulled and possibly killed off. Can they bring him down in time? There's going to be the Sunder. Is it enough, though? He's starting to bring down even further forward, and the ET dies, the Terrorblade dies, and it looks like the Bane might, or excuse me, the Rubik might end up going down as well, unless he gets the lift, the turnaround, the punches. Nightmare, Saban, no. Triple kill for Old Chicken. Where's the rest of the team?
They're still chasing. They could probably get at least the Dazzle. Hey, the Puck is a blink.
He doomed the Manta illusion, right?
I'm
pretty sure he did.
I'm not sure. I mean,
he went to Doom, and then TB sees it coming,
he
pops his Manta.
Yeah, and then he just doomed randomly.
Because he had the Sunder still. That fight goes, I think, EHOME's way if he finds a good Sunder target. But he Sundered a teammate and didn't even get much health out of it. That was good job by King Gaming not giving him a juicy Sunder.
Usually a bait like that just goes totally south, you know. Even on a Doom, it's like you present yourself as this on a golden platter, and the enemy team takes it, and then you're like, oh wait, now we're 4v5, but we're in a fight. They wanted to bait because the Gyro BKB. They just did a really good job like playing around this power spike, and all of the fights have been going the way of EHOME, and they knew that with this BKB they could actually take a really good fight. And
I think the bait works because the only way you actually kill the Doom there, like burst him down, is by using big ultimates, either ET ultimate or Void ulti, and if that's the case, King Gaming can win the fight. If those ultis need to be used on the IO Gyro. Yeah, and like you said, you know, you have to use the Void Chrono on the IO Gyro, and then the Gyro now has a BKB, so you need to use the BKB piercing ultimates to kill him, which that is the Chronosphere, that is the Earth Splitter. If you don't have those up because you used it on a Doom, there is effectively nothing other than the Terrorblade that can kill the Gyro. So all Gyro needs to do is sit on top of the Terrorblade, use all of his magic damage, and that's what he did, and the Terrorblade just melted.
This is the scary point. The Aghanim Scepter done for Old Chicken by virtue of Kaka. Also worth noting that even though you do have Chronosphere always kind of available with that Aghanim Scepter, you're still playing around the Terrorblade ultimate. True. And have to wait for that one to be up, which kind of roughly mirrors the Doom's cooldown as well. Yeah, that's a good point. Ward drop down
maybe
there?
Use the Chrono as like more of these solo pickoffs and stuff like that going later into this game. Just because you know you always have to play around those cooldowns anyway.
But they're not really playing in a way where you get solo pickoffs
then again, yeah,
either.
Against like a Wisp, I don't know if you even want to do that. Maybe Ags actually wasn't the choice this game. Maybe he wants more damage. Or like a Shadow Blade Blink-esque item.
They do not spot out that Roche is being taken. Were they able to like dodge away from that?
Oh, I saw some pings.
Right, but they just orbed into it and then they didn't see him. They didn't see, it didn't even hit to where Roche was. All right, now they're going to see it, and Terrorblade in some trouble.
Oh,
The Doom comes immediately. Are they going to be able to do it though?
though?
Did he steal the Doom?
No, he did not.
Didn't.
Scorched Earth stolen instead, and now the coil onto 2. Faith Beyond still has a Chronosphere available. He hits it onto all 3, but it's not looking like it's going to be quite enough. They steal Cooldown as well, and now isolated. The TV lived through everything. Old Chicken kind of left alone now with Io far away, and it looks like the rocket onto Old Chicken, the Scotty slowing down at this gyrocopter. He's eventually going to be ran down and killed.
Poor ET got caught on the very edge of the chrono, so he couldn't get his ulti off.
Yeah, he was frozen in time, right at the end of the ultimate.
If there was an Earth Splitter in that chrono, it would have been devastating. Either way, it's still a good EHOME fight. And that's kind of the issue, I feel like, with Doom as a hero right there, is if you doom somebody, but you don't actually kill them, and your opponents are allowed to disengage, they just win the fight.
I guess the question is, what is the point in dooming the Terrorblade when you know that you don't have the items to chase and kill the Terrorblade? You want to doom somebody who's doing more in these fights. Terrorblade just has a metamorphosis. He doesn't care if he's doomed unless you're killing him with the doom.
And even if you're forcing a fight on him, there's a dazzle behind him. There's heals. You're gonna have to throw all these heroes on him. That sets up a chrono like that.
Right, right.
And he gets slowed. Doom's still on him. He gets grave. That's an extra, what, 5 seconds? How long's grave?
Yeah.
8
5
seconds.
5 seconds.
Yeah, it's an extra 5 seconds of doom duration used up when he's on 1 health, and a good chance he gets off a chrono, the Sunder.
Yeah.
So it's very hard. How long's doom?
12
seconds?
8 seconds.
12 seconds? 14?
16.
16. Okay.
16 seconds. Oh yeah, the Ags used to put it up to 16, right?
He's never going to steal the Doom, I don't think, either, since he just can pop that Scorched Earth afterwards.
Yeah, typically. I like that he purchased a Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
Definitely. And going for the Shivas next,
Yeah.
if that's going to give him the chase potential, I'll know. If he dooms a Terrorblade, he can actually kill him.
Gyro, do they break the tether? Okay,
Oh my
Nightmare,
God.
they break the tether. Now in trouble, the Chrono there as well. And even though they don't have
Relocate
Metamorphosis,
out?
they're trying to take him down. Kaka does relocate, only a little ways outside of the Chrono. And now the coil onto 3. Can they walk away from it? Faithion trying to run down this spot.
Oh,
and they
the
are doing it.
suckers.
He stole tether by Rubik and now giving them back Ags, but it doesn't really matter. And Terrorblade, no more Sunder, but does have that Aegis. Can they go for round 2? Looking for that opening. Faith Beyond. Just going to punch some people. The Nightmare's there immediately, though, and now they have the Fiend script trying to break it with the bash, but it never came. Faith Beyond now needs to escape.
I mean,
fight for a team.
Terrorblade dies, Rubik buys back. That's a core Rubik. Dazzle, Donk, Dink, he's dead.
Buys Doom.
Buys out the core.
Always been Doom.
Oh, he actually...
Why did he TP back there?
Nice.
I think Doom just... Yeah, I think it's maybe tried to be greedy and farm an extra creep wave to push it out or something. I don't know.
Yeah, like the Io Gyro chasing top.
Got
Like,
caught
oh,
out. Didn't expect to blink in.
Don't worry, fam. I'll get the next wave. They won't get a tower from this. They might get 2.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Well, 29 minutes in, and they do have buyback on these heroes. Chronosphere is up again.
God, that Rubik lift duration is just insane.
Radiant's middle tower is under
What is
attack.
happening in this game?
Dire's
Tether
top
him,
tower
quick.
is under attack.
Let's do it, guys. Steal a missile again. He's limited by the cooldowns of this gyrocopter. I mean, they're
Radiant's
not
middle tower is
taking
under
the tower, and he keeps on getting stunned. Kaka low on mana.
He's actually going to die.
They just kill
What?
him.
What is Rubik right now? What?
This is insane.
This hero is something.
Taking
He has some
Is
spirits.
that spirits? Okay.
It looks like Relocate,
like-
doesn't it? The little
I don't
ball
actually
thing?
recognize. I'm terrible at casting Rubik games because I can't tell what spells are stolen by the icons. I always have to
I'll try
like
to-
guess based on what was the last spell stolen.
Especially for Wisp. Who the hell plays Wisp, man?
Not I, said the fly.
A prize.
Uh-oh. Faith Beyond.
Oof, look out.
That's
He's
worth
out
a
of there.
chrono when you have Ags.
Oh, for sure.
Dire's middle tower
Don't
is under
John.
attack. Dire's
Thinking.
structures are fortified.
That's one of those moments where somebody might have just like, not gone for the phase shift.
They can high ground this. Do they have meta? Or did
Dire's
he?
middle
He
tower
popped it
has
right
fallen.
30
before he
seconds.
died on his second life of the Aegis. Which
Yeah.
if he had meta here, they would actually just take racks.
Oh, he's gonna
they
get the puck.
the sleep! Beautiful play and
Oh, nice
caught.
Manta again.
Ends up going down. Doom now also in trouble. They got him caught here as well. No buyback on either of those heroes. It's just Iro, Gyro, and the Bane.
it's just it goes back to those Doom nerfs like a couple years ago. The cast time on Doom means that all these carries that have Manta, it counters Doom. The fact Manta counters Doom is insane.
That's why Shadowblade was such a huge purchase on him last time he was strong, because cast time is during the Shadowblade. The only issue is it's not something you can do like sieging or in a team fight with sentries.
Yeah. They walk forward. They get the sleep yet again. A nice nightmare onto this void, but it doesn't matter.
Damage through the heel.
Buyback from Gyrocopter, but EHOME came to play and taking down another set of barracks. And that sound of stealing spells is going to haunt the dreams of Keen Gaming, as well as the rockets hitting.
My God.
I'm glad we're being reaffirmed that Doom is still a bad hero.
He's so bad that you'll even lose with Iroh Gyo. These heroes, man.
No. That's the thing. You can just address the IO Gyro with your Void ET and then feel good knowing that, Doom, he's not going to counter out Void or TB.
After both of us mispronounce it, you get it right. You just show us up like that.
I thought
you're doing it on purpose. I'm just not humoring you.
That's
I know your ways, Jenkins.
See, I thought that you were going to say, can't believe I have to make tea.
You called me out. I do have to make tea. Well, it's only a 9k gold lead.
That's true.
You know, despite being 2 racks down,
there's
still, that looks like boobs.
Yeah?
It does.
I was gonna make like a what kind of boobs you'd be looking at. I was like, it kind of does it. Yeah. You know? All right.
In the mirror.
Just checking yourself out.
Yeah.
How is Jenkins today? He's doing good.
Fast food and monsters. They're really doing a number to my body. How about you guys?
I mean, clearly.
One more lane of racks. You have a Terrorblade. You have a Dazzle. You have a Void. You can honestly just run at this, and if the enemy team looks to fight you, you just chrono the back line and take the racks or just kill them.
This is my new favorite item on Dazzle, Solar Crest. I like it even more than the last one. It's like so cool. Just toss that on your core, let them go to town.
I really like the invis items on Dazzle because like look at the cool uptime on it. Like if you hover over the, it says 8.4 second cooldown, 5 seconds of being invis. So it's like a 2 second, 3 second cooldown on invis for your teammates. Like you're basically permanent invising one of your teammates. Like, you need to get detection against this hero for sure.
That's nifty.
Like if you get a Shadow Blade and you get the level 3 and bad juju, maybe even level 2, you have permanent invisibility on the Shadow Blade. And I know it's like a support Dazzle, so he's not going to get that, but it's definitely a pretty good spell with some of these cooldown items.
Well, I personally am loving the ET. That to me is the standout in this game.
Are you an ET player? Or
not yet.
You will be an ET player.
That's right.
I keep trying to do things I'm seeing in pubs.
So the ET player used to be the support player for Keen Gaming last year.
Oh, okay.
He was playing against his old team.
That's why he's able to get these 5-man stomps. He knows how they're going to think. He's like, oh, the gyro's going to walk back into it, this guy. He always tries to dodge the spirit. Walk into the trees, get stunned.
I want to see him tip somebody.
The ET. Ooh.
That's a decent Doom target.
That's a good Doom target.
But if they can kill him.
You gotta force a fight with the Doom.
And Old 11 is just dead.
He relocated in without gyro.
Oh, they kill off the Void. Okay, no buyback on Void. Can they take this guy down? He does have Sunder available, but there's the Grave. There's the Sunder. Old Chicken gets relocated away.
Well, the IO solo relocate in ends up being okay.
God, I totally forgot how strong the Dazzle Terrorblade combo is, just allowing him to get off like the perfect Sunder. Oh my God.
Oh, tries to run.
Good luck killing that guy.
He stole Crip.
Let's say what's wondering like what's stunning him. Oh wait, there we go. I mean, that's one of the more straightforward steals for a Rubik, but fantastic against Puck, and looking like we'll see the old mega creeps picked up here. Meta is wearing off, but
Puck has a pretty high win rate in this qualifier so far. Not looking too good in this game. He's played a lot as like more of an off-laner though.
They're gonna pull back in this Gyrocopter, break the tether, and hello, I hear you like to live. Too bad it's not happening anymore. GG, well played, called. As EHOME take game number 1.
top barracks.
Okay.
Has fallen. Radiant victory.
That was nice. That was really nice. I think the main like the last 10-15 minutes didn't matter that much because I think the most important thing to draw from this game is just how well they played against the IO.
Yeah.
I was only seeing a 50% win rate before this game, so now he drops below. He's not this.
Well, I guess
18 games, 50% win rate.
yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Not all of those with gyro. There's only been 14 gyro picks.
So.
And gyro is actually sub 50%.
I think any of these like first pick heroes. Let's see, Grimstroke. I think Grimstroke's like the outlier. It's like 60%.
Yeah.
Right.
With the getting
41, yeah.
41 games. I get like Grimstroke's like the hero that's getting first picked in every region that still has a high win rate. Most of these other first pick heroes don't have a high win rate.
Brewmaster, I would say, for most regions as well.
Yeah.
He's at 62 or something.
I would say
PA. Come on.
PA is insane.
that's an insane.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I don't know. It depends on the region. It did for the first few days in the qualifier.
In Europe and China, it's just first pick and
Right.
winning games. And then other regions are like maybe third, fourth picking it a bit
I think
more.
they had it in SA or NA today,
Oh, I haven't
too.
seen it. Yeah, I haven't been watching NASA.
But it's like, I think that there is something to be said where if you know exactly what the enemy team's strategy is going into it, then at least you can prepare for it.
yeah, these first pick like IO type heroes are never going to have super insane win rates unless they're like actually completely broken out of their mind. They're going to hover around 50% because when they're led through, teams have an idea of how to play against it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Right. And then also, a lot of the time, you have a team that, like, IO gets let through, but the reason it's let through is because you know that team doesn't have an IO player. And then you're kind of baited to pick it,
Right.
and you can't... Not that this happened in this game.
Yeah, Kaka's
I mean,
one of the
Kaka's
best
an
guys
IO
in the
player.
world.
It's just... They
That happens, too.
They clearly had an answer.
Right.
Yeah, I think, like, drafting-wise, their draft did make it easier to play against the IO, but I think just as a team, like, strategically, they played really well against the IO.
Yeah.
I really want to, like, go back to the times where there were these like, pickoffs, there were these engagements where, like, we see the Rubik chilling in the trees, we see the Doombringer gets... or, sorry, it wasn't the Doombringer, I think it was, like, the Elder Titan, or somebody gets gone on, and they just, they look to, like, ditch. They just essentially ditch. Like a lot of the time you see them like ditching their friends, and it looked like because the Rubik was in the trees, it could have been a good engagement to take, but they don't take it just because they know that the IO is going to come in.
That's
and he
kinda
did.
why
He killed the Rubik.
I am not sold like on Doom being a good partner for IO Gyro because I think you want that Blink Stunner in the shit, like your Sand King or whatever it may be. Some guy that can just go around hunting, like the Nyx Assassin type hero. And Puck, just to me, isn't good enough because it's not like an insta-stun. You can catch someone, but it's also Puck's job this game to push out waves a bit, you know? Like, you've got a Doom who's going to be hiding off the map. Someone needs to shove these lanes out, and that's kind of Puck's job.
It worked out a little bit in the early game, but I still think it's, like, heavily cooldown dependent. It's nice to have, like, some Sand King because then you can like, set up for things. Like, you can see if it's good, and if it's good, you go. Whereas with a Doom or a Coil, you're committed. Like, you're going to take that fight. They didn't have any, like... They had no persistent kind of, like... wants to fight all the time
Sand King,
hero.
Axe, Centaur.
Which is why
these
Sand King
Exactly,
got banned
exactly.
out.
Yeah.
I don't know if they just didn't feel like they wanted to do the Axe, but for whatever reason, it ended up happening, and EHOME take the game. Get ready for game number 2, though. A very big one for Keen Gaming. They need to win now to be able to force tiebreakers for themselves. We'll find out more about all that and a hell of a lot more Dota 2 to come. You stick around more for the China qualifiers. More right after this.